Hello, yogis, and welcome to our Wednesday Connect restorative class. Maybe it's a different day of the week and you want some restorative yoga in your life. You're in the perfect place. In today's practice, we are going to gently open up our hips. If you spend a lot of time seated throughout the day, you can really feel some tight hips. I mean, tight hips can happen for many different reasons. It can be working out, it can be a particular activity or exercise like biking or running or CrossFit or hockey. There are so many different things that can create tension in our hips. And so this practice will help you to gently open up that area. My name is Jill Enticknap, and I'm the lead trainer and founder at Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio, and I'm super happy to have you here with me. Let's start our practice. So for our restorative class, we want to use props in order to support our body. And you might see here that I have a blanket, I have a bolster, and I have 2 blocks as well. So if you're doing this at home, I hope that you are, then, or anywhere really, that's the beauty of yoga and doing yoga online, is you can take it anywhere you go. You can utilize anything that you have around the house. So instead of blocks, maybe you use little pillows, or instead of a bolster, I recommend a long, firm pillow. And a blanket, any kind of blanket will do. Even a towel will work. So lots of different options. You can even, if you don't have blocks, you can even roll up towels and use them instead of blocks. So many options. So we're going to start our practice today in a supported child's pose. So again, our intention is to gently open up through our hips. So if you do have a blanket or a towel, I recommend that you take that and you kind of drape it along the base of your mat for a little bit of extra comfort under your knees and your shins. And then take your bolster or your long, firm pillow and bring that out in front of you too. Let's bring the knees out wide, sink the hips back to the heels, and then start to walk the upper body down toward the bolster. Finding the bolster for support, utilizing the bolster as support. Now, if you have sensitive knees, you can always bring that blanket and create more cushion. You can even roll up your mat to create more comfort under the knees. So let's just allow ourselves to kind of sink and settle into this opening posture, this child's pose. As we sink the hips back, maybe we keep a gentle bend in the elbows and allow the right or left ear to really rest in, starting on one side or the other for the neck, and closing down your eyes. I always say that yoga is more of a work in than a work out. So just starting to tune and tap into that inner world as you slow down. Now, the inner world doesn't mean that we don't pay attention to the physical. I really encourage you here to notice and take note of any physical sensations that you're feeling in this pose. Feel the breath expand within the body. But also take a moment to notice the thoughts. Is your mind going quickly? Is it being judgmental? Is it even in this moment? Or is it thinking about something else off of your mat? See if you can draw your mental awareness to your breath, helping you to connect to the present moment. Let's switch to the opposite ear down on the bolster so that we can be sure to even out our neck. And then I encourage you to check in with your emotional well-being. So I like to do a 2-word check-in and just identify 2 emotions that I'm feeling in the moment. So right now I feel calm and present. Maybe for you, those emotions are something completely different. And I want you to know that that's absolutely okay. This isn't about needing to feel a particular way. It's about bringing that awareness in so that we can be aware of how we feel.
How often are you moving through your day and you don't even know how you feel? This is emotional awareness, emotional intelligence. Draw your awareness back to your breath and start to really feel the inhales expand and feel the exhales release. And feel the inhales expand and feel the exhales release. Let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders as we press the upper body up, coming out of that child's pose. And let's shift ourselves over to one side or the other and send the legs out in front of you. As you send the legs out in front of you, let's take a moment and just kind of pedal out the legs. So we bring opening into the hips, and then we bring mobility into the hips. These two things together help us to create some space. It's not just the opening that creates the space, it's also the mobility that creates the space. So we're going to take our bolster off to the right side of the body and then lay all the way down to your back. If you have a sensitive low back, you may want to fold your blanket up a little bit more as you come all the way down to your back. We're going to come into fallen tree here. So if you think about tree pose, when we're standing, we bring our right foot either to our ankle, our calf, or our inner thigh, finding whatever feels right as you let that knee fall out wide. And then to have a double benefit here, I encourage you to cactus out your arms, bending into your elbows and opening up your palms to the ceiling. This helps us to really open up through the chest. And in our modern day society, the chest can get really tight from computer work, from driving, from being on our phones. So in this beautiful restorative posture, we are opening through our chest and our hip. And if you want a little bit more, you can always remove the bolster from beneath the knee and just feel into that opening through the right hip. I encourage you here to close down your eyes and allow yourself to be present with you. Allow yourself to be here and now. Allow yourself to be fully engaged in this moment. Feeling your inhale expand and your exhale release. Feel your inhale expand and your exhale release. Allow yourself to fully surrender into this pose. See if there's anywhere that you can let go. Anything that you can let go of.
Let's take 3 more rounds of deep breath here. And then let's take that right foot, cross it over the left leg and plant it on the floor. And we're just going to allow ourselves to be here for a moment. And we are getting this internal stretch. Actually, it's more the external hip flexors that are getting a nice stretch here. But it doesn't happen very often that we cross our legs over that center line of the body. So just allow yourself to be here for a few breaths. And let's take that right knee, draw it in, wrap your hands around the knee, draw it in. And then let's take the right hand to the right knee, place your left hand on your left hip, and let's do circles out to the right. Again, finding that mobility, that movement in the hip. And then we'll extend the right leg long. Take a moment to square off your hips. Grab that bolster, pillow, towel, or whatever you have and bring it to the opposite side. And then we're going to take that left knee, bend into the knee, bringing the foot to the inside edge of the right leg. Wherever it lands, let that leg fall out. Find that support from the bolster. And I encourage you to come back to those cactus arms, helping you again to open up through the chest. You may want to see what feels better in your body, tucking your chin, lengthening through the spine, or tilting the chin toward the ceiling. Focus on your breath. Feel your inhale, expand and release. With each exhale, maybe you're able to let go and surrender into the props, the floor. And also let go and surrender in the mind. Know that you can release anything that you'd like to let go of.
And let's take that knee, draw in, give it a squeeze. Take the right hand to the right hip, left hand to the left knee. Do some circles with that knee. Take the left foot across the front line of the leg to the outside edge of the right leg. And let's just allow ourselves to be here for a moment as we feel that length as we cross the center line of the body. Take that left leg, send it out. Take your hands down by your side, press yourself up, get nice and tall. And we're going to inhale, arch the spine forward, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, round the spine back, draw the shoulders forward. Inhale as you arch and exhale as you round. Inhale as you arch and exhale as you round. Come back to neutral. Let's take that bolster, send it behind us. Take both of your blocks to either side of your mat. Soles of the feet come together, the knees come wide. Bring those blocks underneath the knees to support the knees. Now the blocks always have 3 height settings, and find the height that you need in order for your knees to feel supported so that you're not straining your hips. Again, this is a gentle hip opening practice. And you can also bring those blocks in as close as you need to support it. You'll feel a difference when you do that as well. Start to lower yourself all the way down to your bolster. Finding that bolster, you do want the low back to be connected to the floor. But once again, let's open up through the chest. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Let the knees fall into the blocks. And I invite you to close down your eyes. Decide if having the palms facing up or the palms facing down feels better for your body. And return to your breath awareness. Feel the body expand with the breath. And feel it release and let go. Feel it expand with the breath. And feel it release and let go. Staying aware of the sensations, the breath, the thoughts, and the feelings in this moment. What can you let go of? What can you surrender to? How can you bring more softness into your body? Maybe into your heart, and maybe even into your life. Flip your palms, palm facing down. Slowly, gently press the upper body up. Let's draw the knees together. And once again, take a moment to pedal out those legs. Let's walk the feet a little bit more forward. Plant the hands beside you and let's shift the knees from side to side. Kind of windshield wipering out the knees. Send your legs out long and let's take that bolster and place it underneath the head to support the neck as we come down into our final resting pose. So just underneath the head, and find a placement for your hands that feels good. I'm going to recommend placing the hands on the hips. The ankles can come wide. You can let your feet fall out to the side. Let the shoulders kind of shimmy into the floor. You may want to tilt your chin slightly toward the ceiling. And let's come back to our breath. Let's also come back to our intention of gently opening up through the hips and becoming aware of our mental, our emotional, and our physical state. As we allow ourselves to intentionally and fully surrender and let go. Let's take 3 more rounds of deep breath here. And then draw your knees into your chest, gently rock from side to side. Grab the backs of your legs and let's rock ourselves all the way up to a seated position. Take a moment to get nice and tall in your seated position and press your palms together as you tuck your chin to your chest. Take a moment to thank yourself for creating the time and the space to show up on your mat today. Take a moment to thank your practice. Thank yourself for slowing down. We live in a very fast-paced world, and it isn't always easy to slow down. And that's exactly what we do in our restorative practice. And take a moment to send some gratitude and appreciation to your hips. They help carry us through life. Probably one of the most important joints in the body. Maybe not, but very important joints in the body. They help create balance, mobility. They allow us to stand upright.
Thank you for being here today, sharing in this space and allowing me to share this practice with you. It's always my honor. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, save, subscribe, favorite, so that you can come back to it when you feel called to. That's the beauty of doing this practice online. It fits into your schedule whenever and however you like it to. Again, my name is Jill Enticknap, the lead trainer at Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon.